For lesson 3's homework, we're going to start by multiplying our polynomials. So we're going to start with the easiest form, which is a monomial times a polynomial, which is basically just distributing. So we'll distribute the 4x in. So we multiply our numbers. So 4 times 1 is 4, and then x times x squared bumps our exponent up 1. So we get x cubed. Minus 4 times 5 is 20. X times x gives us x squared. And then plus 4 times 2 is 8. And there is no x, so then we're going to have an x put on the back there. In the next one, x squared gets distributed in. So we add our exponents. So 2 plus 3 gives us 5. So x to the 5th minus 2, x squared times x squared. Well, 2 plus 2 is 4. And then minus 3. Since there is no variable, we're just going to put an x squared at the back. Now when we multiply our binomials, we want to use our boxes. So 1 on the top, so x and negative 10, and then 1 on the left, x and negative 4. So now we're going to multiply in x times x gives us x squared. X times negative 10 is negative 10x. X times negative 4 is negative 4x, and then negative 4 times negative 10 is 40. If you do everything correctly in standard form, your like terms should be on your diagonal. So we start with an x squared. Negative 4x plus negative 10x is negative 14x, and then we have our positive 40 at the back. Second one, same thing. We're going to multiply in our boxes. So we get 2x and 3, and then 5x and 8. 5x times 2x, well, 5 times 2 is 10, and x times x is x squared. 5x times 3 is 15x. 8 times 2x is 16x, and then 8 times 3 gives us 24. Again, like terms on the diagonal. 10x squared. 16x plus 15x is 31x, and then ends with 24. When we go to the bottom, the first thing we need to do is remember, when you have a parenthesis squared, it really means you have the same parenthesis multiplied by itself twice. So 4x minus 3 squared is really 4x minus 3, 4x minus 3. So 4x minus 3, 4x minus 3. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times negative 3 is negative 12x. We have 4x times negative 3 again for a negative 12x. And then negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. There are like terms. 16x squared, negative 12x and negative 12x is negative 24x. And then we are plus 9. So same thing over here, and we're going to see something a little bit different about this one. We have x and negative 5 and x and positive 5. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. X times 5 is 5x. And then 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. When we look at our like terms in this one, we have a positive 5x and a negative 5x, which end up canceling. So then we have no middle here, and then we just end up with our minus 25 at the end. Express the product of x plus 2 and x squared minus 2x minus 1 in standard form. So now, in all our other ones, we were 2 terms times 2 terms, binomial times a binomial. Since now we are a binomial and a trinomial, we're going to use a rectangle, 2 by 3. So obviously the binomial goes on the left, x plus 2, and then x squared minus 2x minus 1 goes along the top. So as we multiply out, x times x squared is x cubed, x times negative 2x is negative 2x squared, and x times negative 1 is negative 1x, or just negative x. Hop down to the bottom. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x. And 2 times 1 is 2. As we look here, it's the same thing. Our like terms are still on the diagonal. So the x cubed doesn't have a partner. 2x squared and negative 2x squared end up canceling. So we skip those. Negative 4x and plus negative x gives us negative 5x. And then we end up with a positive 2 at the end. And that's the beginning of our multiplying polynomials.